A good way of assuring that we have an understanding of an ethical theory is to consider how to apply it in some practical case, in some examples. And in our case, it would make sense to try to apply it in certain cases of certain examples from ethical issues, ethical dilemmas involved in business. And we've considered a few during the course of this semester. And I would suggest that let's take a look at a couple of these, several of these, and let's try to see how utilitarianism would judge these decisions. That is, what decisions would be the right decisions in these cases according to utilitarianism? What actions would be good according to the right actions according to utilitarianism, and which actions would be absolutely wrong? And I think the first case that I think would like you to take into consideration is the Malden Mills Textile Factory case. That is the textile factory, one of the last or the last large textile factory remaining in Massachusetts. The case in which that was destroyed by a fire, and the CEO of the company decides, rather than moving down south or to Mexico, as just about all of his competitors did, or in fact all of his competitors did, decides to stay where he is, rebuilds, and continue to pay his employees and pay for their benefits during that period of time. The question is, Aaron Feuerstein, the CEO, what was the right thing for him to do and why, and what was the wrong thing for him to do? And our question is, what would utilitarianism say about it? I want you to sit down and think about that. Write it down on paper. Take a stance. In addition to which, I'd like to think about another case that we talked about. That is, you're a department manager, and you have $20,000 of end-of-year bonus money to distribute in your department. And in your department, there are two deserving employees, one of whom is single, works very hard, does a great job, very dedicated, and the other one's dedicated as well and does a very good job also. The difference between the two of them is that the second person is married and just had a child, and as a result, his wife, had to stop working and stay home and take care of the child. So the question in that case is, what is the best way? What is the correct, the right, the morally right way? Or is there a morally right way to divide up that bonus money? The question here is, what would utilitarianism tell you to do in this case? And finally, consider the case of the commercial bribe that you're offered as a purchasing agent to a major corporation from the salesperson whose company at least has been selling a certain very important good to your company for many, many years. You know that they're selling it at a very good price point, but in this case, the salesperson offers you $5,000 to buy that item, those items, right then and there on the spot that day. What is the morally right thing to do, or what are you not morally permitted to do? So I'd like you to sit down and write up what you think would happen according to utilitarianism in these three cases.